thing had to wait till next day.
Muggle school is so dull compared to Hogwarts. I'd imagine. Never been to a Muggle school myself.
My friends and I like to spend our evenings watching the sunset from the Quidditch pitch. That's all the pitch is good for this year, sadly.
Hogwarts is a second home to me. Feeling a bit nostalgic about leaving one day.
I was trapped on the grand staircase for an hour the other day waiting for it to move. Sharp didn't believe me when I told him why I was late. I took my copy of 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi to Herbology and I left it in the greenhouse by the mandrake seedlings. Sharp was horrified I didn't have it for his class. Said I need to get my priorities straight.
Thought I'd impress Garlic by showing her my Mimbleless Mimbletonia. Squirted stink sap all over myself. Have you finished your herbology essay? Mine's only about half an inch thick, and I found a black beetle on it.
Any of you know where I can find some leaping toadstools?
Last time I saw your dragonhide gloves was at the vegetable patch in the greenhouse. Perhaps Garlic picked them up.
Have you been to the owlery lately? House elves have fallen a bit behind with cleaning this week.
I wonder how we'd get into Black's office. Not that I'd want to go in, mind you. Well, not if he's there.
Any news about the dragon near Pittapon Ford? Be enough to make me move, to be honest. I heard an ex-Aura lives in a hamlet outside of Hogsmeade. Think I'd want quiet life too after years fighting dark wizards.
I adore the hamlets near the coast. They're a bit damp, but ever so picturesque.
I'd like to retire to Hogsmeade one day. Open a pub. Bore future Hogwarts pupils with tales of my childhood.
I should like to retire to a small hamlet when I'm older. One just like Brockborough. I don't think owls make very good pets. You can't snuggle up to them the way you can with a cat.
Wish I'd brought a pet owl to school. Don't misunderstand, I adore my toad. At least somewhat. Don't suppose you want a toad? So many letters arrive every day, and none of them is ever for me.
I need to catch up on my letter writing. I think my owl's getting cobwebs.
Do all of the professors have their own owls? I imagine they must send a lot of letters. Likely to the ministry.
We're going to see who can stay up the latest. Sleeping drafts should ensure my victory. I can't even cast Lumos for 2 seconds to do a bit of late night reading without my dorm mates getting riled up.
Our dorm's atrocious. I do wish people would clean up after themselves once in a while. A Bunderman destroyed my homework last night. And it was potions.
Someone loaned me a book on the International Confederation of Wizards. I was looking forward to reading it.
I'd been collecting Chispurple fangs the entire term. Then I thought I'd be clever and simply keep a few Chispurples.
I'd never risk leaving things in the dormitory without a muggle repelling charm. What? It's highly logical.
That reminds me. Did Scribner say we could borrow the book overnight? Or that we'd get detention if we had it out overnight?
I can't seem to master the Wiggenweld potion. Perhaps my stirring technique's a bit off. I say, teach me everything going. In fact, if Hecate doesn't hurry up and teach me the Imperious Curse, I swear I shall get on that train and go home.
My father said he used to hide his schoolwork under his bed.
I suppose one could smuggle a pet into the dormitory if one was willing to use a disillusionment charm. But is it worth it for a common cat?
I like to keep a bit of Wiggenweld potion under my bed. Not naming names, but someone's bought a few too many tricks from Zonkos.
Wish our common room was bigger. I can never find enough space to spread out my star charts.
People are always fussing about in my common room. Someone was trying to come up with some sort of pepper hex the other day.
They really shouldn't allow food and drinks in the common room. Stepped in a puddle of butterbeer the other day. Better than a failed potion, I suppose.
My great aunt was a Hufflepuff. She says it's the best common room on account of it being so quiet. Compared to the others, I mean.
That Ray's girl thinks she can fly better than anyone. All talk, if you ask me. There are some impressive new brooms at Spintwitches. Wonder what Kagawa thinks of Quidditch being cancelled. Bet she's fuming.
I met some of my best friends in flying. Nothing creates a bond like thinking you're all about to die. I miss going to matches. Cheering everyone on was magnificent fun. And getting to see Isaac Cooper. My side of the dormitory is spotless. Can't say the same for my housemates. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were raised by trolls.
I can't even cast Lumos for 2 seconds to do a bit of late night reading without my dorm mates getting riled up.
Our dorm